So this video is going to be for myself. I don't know if I'm going to post it on my channel, but I am the Rebel Empath, so it may end up showing up on the channel. So, but I'm doing this as a, let's see what 2026 has in store for us as of now. All right. And I have a feeling yeah, there's that good old politics. I hate when the politics card shows up, because politics ruins every fucking thing in this world. Politics and fucking money ruin everything in this world. So you wanting to pursue something that has been a dream of yours, a passion of yours, is being blocked by patience or your lack thereof. So you have a dream that you're working towards, and you don't want to be consistent with it, so you lack the patience, or you're being overly patient and waiting for things to happen. You are the master of your own existence, and sharing your ideas and voicing your opinions should not lead to world destruction. But, as always, I don't sugarcoat shit, especially for myself. Currently, your inside world is receiving guidance from spiritual beings, what have you. Your outside world looks like you're connected to source energy. Your hopes and dreams are to live a playful, joyful existence. And your final outcome, should everything stay the way that it fucking is on this board, is grief and sorrow. Yes. I keep seeing the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. More new beginnings. You're taking control of your life. So everything is falling down around you, like society is collapsing. And you're just like, it's just another day. It's just another fucking day. And everything is literally going to shit right before your eyes. And the reason why your outcome is grief and sorrow and sadness is because you're mourning the loss of a life that you dreamt about, but now is unattainable for you. So you have to grieve the loss of something that you will never fucking have. And politics are involved. So the government is fucking involved in why you cannot have the life that you are seeking. But hey, why not do it with with joy and happiness in our heart, right? The world is going to shit. Might as well be happy about it, right? Oh, Oh, I knew the world was going to shit, so. My dreams. So just so that way I can remember this in 6 months, my dreams are showing me that the world is going to shit. My dreams are telling me to prepare for the end. Not like the end of the world, but the end of the world as we know it. So basically an apocalyptic event is happening currently. It's in the process of unfolding right before our eyes. Yeah, so that's fun, isn't it? So much fun watching the world implode around you. And you can't do or say shit about it because right now the government's in fucking control, and price gouging is supposed to be illegal, but when you say it's inflation, fuck your inflation, dude. You're telling me that the dollar has inflated that much that when I was a kid, you could buy 4 small packs of chips for $1. Now, you're telling me that one of those bags is now $1.50. No, thank you. No, thank you. I could have bought vines of grapes back in the day for like less than $2-3. Now you're paying dang near $10 just for a bag of grapes, and half of them are rotten. It's getting worse, and I see it only getting more worse. Worser. It's getting worser. But on this journey, you may find love, and you're going to do this. You're going to be happy because even though the world is like falling apart and shit's going down, you have things to celebrate. All right? You can trade your skills and abilities and abundance of things with your friends. Okay. You will fall in love. You are no longer fighting with the monsters under your bed or in your head because you've been on a healing journey. And since you've been on this healing journey, you are consciously aware of the cycle that is happening right now. And that cycle is destruction. We are in the destruction cycle right now, where everything has to be dismantled from the inside out. We've tried from the outside in. We've tried the protests. We've tried the whatever you want to call it. I call them riots. Never a good look on people when everyone starts rioting and looting shit. We've tried being peaceful, but you know what we really haven't tried? Not participating in the bullshit that the government is giving us. We haven't tried that. We have not tried shutting the fuck up and shutting everything down. Because we're all so willing to give our opinions. But we don't want to listen to our hearts. We don't want to listen to the spirit, the divine. We don't want to listen to people that are smarter than us. We don't want to listen to... We just don't want to fucking listen. Peace, sing, and I can, of course. You're protecting your own peace. You may be singing songs, you may be doing random things, but you're protecting your own peace. and you can grow your own food and make it a meditation. You're going to need to grow your own food soon. Shit's getting real fast. And this world, America, all these other countries in this bullshit, whatever, they don't care about us. The powers that are in charge do not really care about the citizens of the countries that they're supposedly protecting. They don't give a shit. They don't give shit about us. They don't fucking care. If they did, there would be no war. There would be peaceful conflict resolutions. And we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in right now. See, the government cares about the corporations because the corporations feed the money-hungry machine, and the money-hungry machine feeds the government's paychecks. All right? So when we get down to it, and we actually think, and we actually wake up to the bullshit that is being fed to us, covered in sugar. Now, mind you, they have been feeding us sugar-coated bullshit for a very fucking long time. And do you want to know how I know this? I was born in 1980. I was born in 1980. I have been on this planet for 46 goddamn years. All right? My whole life that they've told me has been nothing but one lie after another fucking lie after another fucking lie. And it all comes from, hold on, daddy fucking government. All right? It all comes from the powers that be in charge of making laws and rules and regulations. All the lies, all the bullshit. They're like, oh, it's the media. Yeah, kinda. But the media wouldn't have anything to lie about if the people in power in the government weren't fucking lying out their assholes. Oh my God. This whole world is built on lies. And when you build things on lies, the foundation is shaky. It cracks. One big gust of wind in that whole shit's going down. And right now, the government's going through a fucking a category 5 fucking hurricane with a 10 Richter scale earthquake. And what's happening is they're banking that we will forget the lies that they told in the past, and we will just go back to being placated and believing the bullshit. Here's the problem with that, though, because once your eyes are open to the bullshit, you cannot unsee the bullshit. Once your eyes are open, once you are seeing clearly, once you are no longer hazy, foggy-brained, and indecisive, once you can see things in the light of truth through the lens of unconditional love, you will realize that the people in power are trying to keep regular, normal citizens of these countries down. they're not working for our best interest, and they haven't been for a very long fucking time. And I'm sorry, but the only way to slay this beast is to go directly to the heart of it, get yourself inside of it, and break it down from the inside out. You literally... Okay, so it's like, let's say you've been eating crappy for years upon years. You've been eating crappy, and we know American food is poison. So, I mean, it's a good analogy. We've been eating shit our whole lives. So let's say you've been eating sugar-coated shit your whole life. And someone comes along and gives you fresh fruits and vegetables from their garden. Your body doesn't know what to do with it because it's so used to the crap. All right. So the first time they give you these fresh fruits and vegetables from the garden, your body's like, oh my God, what is this? And immediately pushes it out of your system because it's like, what the fuck are you giving me? What are nutrients? Like, you're surviving on sugar and bread and cakes and candies and sodas and pops and all this stuff that is not good for your system. I mean, I'm doing it. I know. I have to. You know why? Because my sole source of food comes from a mobile food pantry. I cannot buy my own food. I survive off of the food that people give to me. But why is that, Stacy? Why do you have to survive off of food pantry food? Because I cannot work. It's not because I don't want to fucking work. I cannot work. My doctor, and I've had these restrictions on me for some time now, I cannot lift over 10 pounds frequently. 25 pounds infrequently. There's no job around here that I am qualified for that will allow that restriction to be abided by. Also, I cannot predict when it will rain, so therefore I cannot predict when I will be able to get out of bed. Today it was raining all day, and something in my head said, make this video. I can barely fucking move. I can barely, I am so freaking high from the medicine that I have to take, from the medical marijuana that I have to take because of the pain right now. Confirmation that I'm fucking high. There goes a train. I have my back door open, so it's a little louder than usual. Anyway. So, I cannot predict when the weather will change. I also cannot predict my migraines and the severity of them. I also cannot predict when my joints will decide they want to fucking pop out of the socket at any point in time. I cannot predict when I will have a pain in my spine. I cannot predict when I won't be able to move. I cannot predict. And on top of that, I can't drive either. So what the fuck is the point? That being said, I am disabled, and I have applied over and over and over and over and over. I have appealed decision after decision after decision from the Social Security Office for disability. I keep applying, they keep denying. I'm getting a lawyer. I have one in my back pocket that I'm going to use after I get this next denial. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I am dying in my sleep, literally. They did a sleep study, and it comes back that my body does not remember how to breathe when I'm sleeping. And it does that while I'm awake. So it doesn't make it doesn't, how do I say it? It's not hard for me to believe, because I can be sitting here having a conversation with someone, and all of a sudden, I don't know how to breathe. I forgot how to swallow. I forgot that my heart beats. Like, my body forgets how to do simple functions. I am disabled. But, here we come back to it. The United States government that is in charge of Social Security has deemed me not disabled. They say that I can do gainful employment. All I can do is videos. And half the time I can't even take care of myself. Half of the time I forget what the fuck day it is and if I ate. And this world is just getting shittier and shittier. Prices are getting higher and higher. This isn't inflation. This is legal price gouging. And price gouging is supposed to be illegal. We put clauses and we put stopgaps on these companies for a fucking reason. And here you go. We don't have those stopgaps. These companies are running rampant over the American people. I mean, come on, look at gas prices. We have reserves. We have a way to lower these prices. But here we go again. The government will not allow it. So what happens when poor people get poorer? And your middle class now becomes poor. What happens? What happens when the only people that can afford to live and feed themselves are rich and elite and millionaires? Those are the only people that can afford to feed themselves nutritiously healthy food. Unless you know how to grow things. If you know how to grow things, it's relatively inexpensive to throw some seeds in dirt and grow a plant. All right. And if you don't know how to grow now, I suggest you start watching videos. Because I fear this shit is just gonna get worse. I fear that it's like how do you say it? It's 2020 on steroids. It's a redo of 2020 on steroids. Is what we're going to be going through for the last half of 2026. And I say this because now we've got a cruise ship in the middle of the water and people are being begged to come home, and these people are fighting to get people home that should be quarantined for 6 fucking weeks. But let's not do that. Let's have these people go around touching everything and touching everybody, coughing in their hands and wiping it on the surface. It may not be fucking airborne, but it's droplet borne. Just saying. I feel like this is going to be a redo of 2020 on steroids. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm fucking wrong. But everything is telling me that I am 100% correct. And actually, it's going to be worse than 2020 because not only are people going to be losing homes because of this, people are going to be faced with a decision. And we've already been having to do these decisions if we don't have any money. We've already been having to choose between rent and medicine. I mean, We've already been having to choose between food and getting our medicine. We've already been having to choose between feeding our families and paying bills to keep the lights on. This isn't right. This whole shit is not fucking right. It's not right. And I can't be the only one that sees it. There's something really big brewing underneath this all. And the people are getting angrier and angrier. The more lies that come out, the more shit that gets unhidden from the shadows, the more we go into the shadows and illuminate them with the light of truth, the angrier people are getting. I mean, I'd be angry too if I believed all the shit they told me. But I stopped watching the news. I stopped watching the news. Oh, God. I want to say I really stopped watching the news around 9/11. When I was sitting in my house and every single news station blasted the towers falling. And I couldn't get away from it. So I had to turn off my TV. And I just stopped watching the news from then on. Because I noticed that the news made everything more fearful. The news heightened the fear. The news heightened the terror. All right? So if you're watching the news constantly, and you're constantly being filled with this terror feeling. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. So if you're constantly watching the news and all you're being filled with is terror, doubt, fear, all of these things, and then you see one news channel is focused on blue and another channel is focused on red. Really? One channel is focused on blue and the other channel is focused on red. No. I'm having an allergic reaction to something. Because I have not been smoking enough for my eyes to start swelling like this. Hold on a second. I'm going to go wash my face real quick and see if that helps. But I think I'm having an allergic reaction to something. I'll be right back. With the way, see? And I just went and smoked. My eyes are not as red anymore. I put water on my face, went and smoked a couple of fucking hits, came back, and I'm not having that allergic reaction anymore. Whatever it was on my freaking face. And it was causing a bad reaction. I know you guys saw it. I know I saw it. But anyway, maybe you're having an allergic reaction to something and you don't know what it is. Be calm. Be calm. That's another thing. So, I've been having a dream since before the 2010s, we'll say. Before the 2010s. Now, in this dream, there is a virus that wipes out 2/3 of the human population on Earth. It comes through. It's horrible. It's horrifying. And people's lungs turn to liquid. And it's a very, very bad fucking dream. I watch horror movies, and I also have been trained and worked in the medical field. So let me tell you, some of the things that I dream are me processing things. But this has always felt like a future type event. And 2020 wasn't even near the extent that I have seen this virus wiping out humanity. So there's 1/3 of the human population left in this dream. There's 1/3 of the human population left after this virus goes and makes its way through the world. And it does this in less than a year. It actually takes 3 months for it to travel globally and get all around the globe. It takes 3 months. And the reason why that happened, why it only took 3 months, was because the first sign that someone was sick didn't show up for months after that person being sick. This is my dream. So bear with me, because I've been having this dream over and over for decades now. And it changes a little bit, so like a little bit. But I just had this dream again. Before I even heard about the cruise ship, before I even heard about this new henty, whatever virus, Hannah Montana virus, who the fuck knows? Anyway, I don't care. I'll butcher it all I want, because from what I have read, it is what it is. Like, this version specifically from the Andes passes human to human relatively quickly. But the problem is the incubation period. The period between you getting the virus in your system and you showing signs and symptoms. This is starting to line up with every single dream that I've had about this virus. All right. And in my dream, they called it the honey virus. So there's that. There's that too. In my dream, it was called the honey virus. Because honey, like, okay, you know how mononucleosis back in the day used to be called the kissing disease because you could get it very quickly from swap and spit. This is called the honey virus because you literally get it from your honey. Really? And it travels so quickly. But it takes so long to notice. So in my dream, in this dream that I've had multiple times, this last one has been really weird. This last one has gotten weird because the more I sit on this dream, the more I'm noticing things from the dream in reality right now, kind of. So in my dream, first, it's a couple of people that get sick. Just a few people. They think they've got it under control. But because some of these people were in places that they otherwise would normally not be in, the places that they were from went and got those people and brought them back to other places around the world of where they shouldn't be. Really? And now you've got people literally fighting to get people back to certain countries right now. And anyway, in my dream, so they fought to get these people back to these countries. They put them in isolation. But here's the thing, they put them in a COVID isolation, which was only 2 weeks. Nobody was showing signs and symptoms in those 2 weeks. So they allowed them back out into the regular human population in society after only 2 weeks. Then, because some people show symptoms in six days to almost 2 months. We'll say 2 months. They say 6 weeks. That's a month and a half. Fuck them. We'll say 2 months. We'll say 8 weeks. Because it's literally, you can show signs and symptoms 1 week after you have it or up to 8 weeks after. But they only got quarantined for 2 weeks. 14 days to be exact in my dream. They were quarantined for 14 days to be exact. And then they were allowed to go back into civilization as normal because they didn't get sick. And all of a sudden, 4 weeks goes by and those people started getting sick. Their bodies fought it off for 4 weeks. And they had been in contact with thousands upon thousands of people. There was no stopping it once it got to that point. So what happened was it was like a mass hysteria, because now you have a global food shortage, you have a global resource shortage, and now you're going to add another global pandemic on top of that. If you can't say population control, then you don't know what's going on. So in my dream, what happened was the world governments got together and decided to let this virus out in certain areas. Well, they went and hid. For months. And then all of a sudden in my dream, while everything's going to shit, because it only took 3 months for almost everyone in the world to get this fucking virus. So after the 3 months of them hiding, they finally come out and they're like, we're really sorry to the people of the world. We didn't know that it was going to be like this. We were trying to cull the population to make our resources last longer. And in doing that, 2/3 of the world's population is dead. And that's when the riots ended. And the looting for survival began in my dream. And here's the thing. There was zombies in my dream too, but we don't want to talk about that. I am voting for zombies over a deadly virus. Like, I am voting for zombies. I want the zombie virus so bad. I live right next door to a Pfizer's pharmaceutical laboratory. All right. If anywhere's going to get zombies, I also live down the road from the sub base. And across the water is the Coast Guard. So really, if anywhere should get zombies, I feel like it should be where I am. And then I could legally take my aggression out on the undead dead people that are walking around, that shouldn't be walking around. Yeah. See? I'm down for zombies. I don't want another virus. I mean, the zombie virus is okay. That's fine. But in my dream, the virus that was going around, the 1/3 of the world's population that was left. So there was, when the FEMA mobile stations go up, with these human-sized black boxes stacked like they're getting ready for something. When these mobile FEMA stations go up, for a sudden testing center for the honey virus, when these FEMA stations go up. Now, mind you, this is a dream, okay? This is a dream. I'm not going to say that this is going to be reality. I have had this dream over and over for decades, all right? It's a dream. Dreams are not really reality, but they can mimic things that can happen in the future. So let's just say. Now, these mobile FEMA stations go up for 2 reasons. 1, controlled food and water supplies. 2, testing and inoculation. Oh, there goes another fighter jet. That's been happening a lot more lately too, where I am. I know you can hear it. And in a few minutes, that train will go by again. Watch. It's not me, it's time. So, when they go up for those 2 reasons, and everything seems to be shutting down, and that's going to happen in the 3rd month that this stuff happens, because it takes 3 months for it to just get around the whole entire world. In 3 months. Now, by the 3rd month, we will have lost 1/3 of the human population. The 4th month, we will have lost half of the human population. And by the 5th and 6th month, we will have lost 2/3 of the human population to this virus. And the people that are left, kind of got mutated from the virus. So what you had left was witches with magical powers. That's all I can tell you is witches with magical powers. Werewolves, like people that grew like wolf teeth and stuff. Werewolves. Blood-sucking vampires. Aliens. Shapeshifters. And the rare anomaly human that's after this thing happens. So you will have a rare anomaly human. And the rare anomaly human that is left is not your normal average human. Okay? It's like a super human. All right. And everyone starts fighting with everyone, except for the people that are called the witches. They went and they hid. They hid in caves, they hid in underground, they hid in sewers, they hid in tunnels, they hid in mosques, mausoleums. They hid where they could. They went out into the middle of nowhere and hid under a rock in the desert. And hiding is what saved their fucking lives. Okay, let me tell you. Hiding is what saved the witches' fucking lives. Because the vampires, the blood-sucking, bloodthirsty, because they are humans. They started off as humans, and then they got this virus, and it mutated them into a human that craved blood. Just blood. Now remember, 2/3 of the human population is deceased. In the 6th month of this craziness, dead humans begin to rise. This is where the dream gets crazy. So, dead humans begin to rise from the dead in the 6th month. And in that 6th month, the people that are hiding, still hiding, they're still hiding, they're still hiding. And the bloodthirsty people, well, a lot of them got turned into the walking zombie people. And the wolves went to the woods to live amongst the trees. And what was it? The aliens, they come down here because the planet is now ready to heal itself. Once 2/3 of the human population is basically dead, they're no longer breathing oxygen. Once they are no longer breathing oxygen, including when they are walking around reanimated zombie corpses, they're not breathing oxygen. They're still decaying. They're still dying. Their cells, their tissues, they are dead. They are just reanimated somehow and walking around. We don't know what the fuck happened. And that's what the government says. We don't know what the fuck is going on. We don't know what happened. And then, like, in the 6th month, they decide to come out with it all. And they're like, we knew what was happening the whole time. We said we didn't know, but we knew the whole time what was going down. We knew. We fucking knew. And we're sorry. And it was kind of like sorry, not sorry from the government. And the 1/3 of the human population that's left has been split into factions. Like I said, split into factions. And the rare humans that are left had to fight for survival because now there's nothing. There's nothing. Nobody's growing anything. The land is desolate. People are not just out and about. There's like random cars just in the street, dead people everywhere, whatever. And then the world froze. The world fucking froze. The witches went under. They went and hid. They usually went down and under. And the majority of them survived. The humans found prepper stations, like bunkers and shit like that. And quite a few of them, they survived. The vamps, the zombies got them. Because it was like blood. And all they wanted was blood. All the vampires wanted was blood. Blood, 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 blood. That's what they were looking for. And the zombies confused them because they did not have hearts that beat. So they snuck up on them. And subsequently pretty much ripped their heads off. Fun, huh? And while all this is going on, all this is happening, there are 2 to 3 groups. Oh, sorry. That are making their way to underground safety, we'll say. They're making their way to underground safety. And these people see the frost coming. But see, here's the thing. The ice moves so slowly. Like, we always thought it was going to be global warming. Like, the globe was going to heat up to a temperature that humans couldn't stand, but it did that in places, and there were still humans. So now the world's like, we're gonna freeze them out. Yeah, I think we should freeze these bitches out. So what happened on the globe is, because also now we don't have the weather generators constantly generating weather anymore, because the government is no more. There's only 1/3 of the population left. Who's running the shit, right? There's nobody running the shit. Everyone's fucking dead. Like, there's nobody running shit. So, here we are. And they're watching this very, very slow moving ice just freeze everything. And as that happens, they are going to an underground facility. They don't know if there's going to be people there. They don't know what they're walking into. They have no clue what the fuck is going on, but that's what they're doing. They're going to an underground facility. In the process of getting to the underground facility, it's almost like the freeze started in north of the equator, like way north. And what happened was it refroze those polar ice caps. It refroze the sea. It refroze the land. And you could watch it. And it wasn't just like all in one day type thing. This took the better part of 6 months to fully happen, where the whole world froze. And once it got down to freezing conditions, we were down to basically scant populated areas. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying I have been dreaming these dreams for a long time. And when I ask for guidance and what I should do, I always hear, be as prepared as you can be and be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Be as prepared as you can be. Make sure you get food together. Make sure you have all this shit together so that way you can last for a good 6 fucking months to a year by yourself. And when it's time to go, get up and go. Don't stay, don't wait. Don't watch the ice come. Because if you watch the ice, it's too close to you. You're going to freeze. And once the world is frozen, humans go underground. All the chemicals come out of everything. There are places where seeds are stored. There are places where people can grow things underground. And everything goes to being highly organic and nutrient rich again. And within five years, so for 5 years, the planet freezes for 5 years, 5 or 7 years. So I can't get a handle on that because it changes. So it's 5 to 7 years. In 5 to 7 years, the whole planet stays frozen, essentially killing almost everything, or freezing it and preserving it for the great thaw. So for 5 to 7 years, the whole earth remains frozen, to the point where it looks like there's a literal globe in the atmosphere around the earth because the droplets of water in the air froze. Okay. So everything's frozen. People are living underground. It is like mole people. Aliens come. Aliens come and take certain people to their ship to survive. These people are brought to the ship. They're given alien exams and all kinds of shit. They have like they have like wands and monitors, and they can just heal you by touching you. So everyone's like, oh, they're angels. But they were aliens. They were aliens from another planet in another solar system, 5 galaxies away. Yeah. They just knew what was happening. So they came to save a few people. And when they saved these few people, they went on their ship and they were fed amazing food, and they lived happy lives on these ships, and they repopulated. The humans repopulated, and they also repopulated with the aliens. So there's that. And when they did this, okay, the humans stayed on the alien ship for like 10 years, and the aliens brought them like to their home. All right. And their home was livable. Humans could survive there, but we're humans. Humans are filled with anger and aggression. And some of us are filled with unconditional love and peace and, harmony. But there's a bunch of us that are filled with anger and aggression. I was filled with anger and aggression before I found the unconditional love. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Plus, this video is really for me, so who am I lying to? All right, so now the aliens have essentially taken like 1,000 people, because like there's not many people left. So they like grabbed the closest 1,000 people, and there's 5 spaceships, alien spaceships that came to Earth, and each one got 1,000 people. So there's 5,000 people. So a group of 5,000 humans basically rode in these spaceships with these aliens. It was all super cool, and the aliens loved the humans and blah blah blah. So these alien people took the humans to their home planet, and the humans loved it. It was amazing. There was different fruits, different trees, but they could still live and eat it and whatever. So it was so amazing. And there's only 5,000 humans, so how bad could it get, right? Some of these humans couldn't even have babies. They were there just to guide other humans. All right. So the humans get to this alien planet. And what happens is, and this is what happens with the humans all the fucking time. We go to a planet. It's like we did with Earth. We came to Earth. We stole things from Earth, okay? We overpopulated Earth. The Earth is a living organism. The Earth fought back. Essentially, we're a parasite, and the Earth is trying to kill us, all right? So the Earth fought back. So an amazing, empathic, alien race of beings comes to the humans' aid, and they save 5,000 humans. Just 5,000. And they bring them to their planet that's filled with alaki trees and Poconos and Pico Chicos and all kinds of cool stuff, right? And humans don't know what to do. Because they're like, and the aliens are like, you don't have to cook food here. You just eat it right off the tree. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And it'll help you. And it'll be great for you. And the humans do what humans do. The humans get angry. Instead of being grateful and loving, where there were, let's say out of the 5,000, there was like 500 humans that were grateful and showed their appreciation to the alien people that came and got them and brought them to safety, right? So there's 500 humans out of the 5,000 that showed appreciation to these beings. And the other 4,500 humans tried to take over the entire planet. What? You're gonna be a guest at they come and save you, and you're gonna be a guest at their planet. They saved you because they could feel your need to be saved. And you're going to take over and conquer their planet when they were peaceful, loving beings that came and saved you? I don't think so. So, the 500 humans that were appreciative of the aliens, they banded with the aliens, and the aliens gave them amazing shit, like cool power blasters and photon torpedoes and all kinds of shit, right? They gave the humans that were nice to them, they gave them things to defend themselves from the 4,500 idiots. All right. Those 4,500 idiots ended up repopulating the entire planet of this alien race, and it was bigger than Earth, and the same shit happens there. End of story. History repeats itself over and over and over. It always does. That's why we're reliving 2020 on steroids in 2026. I'm sorry. Didn't get it right the first time. Now it's time to do it again. I gotta go. Because this video is supposed to be for me. And I'm gonna look back at this in at the end of 2026. And hopefully, hope that my dream has not come to fruition. But the way it's looking right now, and I don't even have to watch the news to know what the fuck is going on, but the way it's looking right fucking now, I can't even. I can't do it. All right. So that's the end. That's the end. And let's put the regular ending on here, because I have a feeling I'm going to end up posting this, even though it's an hour and almost 3 minutes. If you stayed down for the ride and you caught my vibe and you want to be part of my tribe, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. As always, you know I love you, and peace out.